What is going on, world? Welcome to today's Studio Saturdays, and in this episode we're going to be showing you guys how to use the Puppet Warp tool. If you guys don't know what the Puppet Warp tool is, it allows you to manipulate an object by placing pins in certain areas to hold it in place, while you can drag and drop other pins around to manipulate how you like, and well, this video is going to show you how to do that. So now that we have our image loaded, we're in Photoshop right now, and the first thing we're going to do, well, what I already did, is we're going to look at our image. So the one thing I noticed was the awkward head angle that was going on right here. As you can see, if we pull the line out from center, the head is not centered whatsoever. I have roughly a quarter of my head and neck in this self-portrait centered, while my head is slightly tilted. So one thing I wanted to do was adjust that. I wanted to have my head on straight, you know what I'm saying? So what we did was I just added a background fill layer, and then I made a duplicate of the original layer and added it here. So now what you can do, if you take this out, you can see it's just me that was removed from the other image. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take right up here. All you have to do is make sure you're selected on your layer. You go to edit, and right here, what I like to do is just go right from the top initially, because that gives you a very good balance point, like so. You can even come in here and shift it back a little bit more. Pull my shoulders back into frame. And that's basically it. That's really all you have to do, is just set the two pins, or in this case you could have done 1, 2, 3, 4 to hold both edges of the shoulders on the corner of the image, as well as the neck, and then you just play with moving the head or whatever body parted object it is in your Photoshop that will allow you to move it. So as you can see, we're just gonna show the before and after. It's really that simple. The Puppet Warp tool is a great tool. It's very simple though. So all you have to do, look. So we took an image where my head was very, very strained to one side, and we just straightened it out. Very simple fix that can save an image. So now that we have this, the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to have to take this layer, because, well, we have two different colors here that don't match the skin tones. We have a darker blue from the camera, and we have a lighter image there. So now I just go through camera raw filter here, and the only thing I'm going to do is use gradients. I'm just going to grab a gradient like this, bada bing bada boom. Then we're going to grab another one over here. Just try and warm these up. And now this one was a little more cyan colored. Hit it just like that, and then we're going to do the same thing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our gradients again. And as you can see, it's going to blend in a bit further. And for my cropping, there's a little bit of excess on the forehead. We're just going to grab our eraser tool. Make sure it's pretty soft, because I don't want it to tear. Actually, we're going to make sure it's pretty good on hardiness, this way I can get in close without removing a ton. Alright guys, so now that I've finished color grading this image and making it beautiful, you can really see the effect that the Puppet Warp tool has. So we adjusted the color grading so that our gradient matched our skin tones on either side, simply by using a gradient layer and then adjusting with the camera raw filter. You can see the adjustment that we made from the original background, which was kind of choppy and gross, to a smoother gradient change, as well as our head shift, which you can see just from here how far the head moved. So we took it from being off-centered, and this is image center now, So we're still slightly off center, but you can also tell my head is slightly turned in the image. So I believe that is totally fine. I'm not going to try and center it completely, just because the tip of the nose is off-centered from the center of the face. I think it's fine the way it is now, simply just from adjusting my head position. It's just the puppet warp tool, and all you have to do to use it, select your layer, hit edit or click on edit in the upper left, and then all you have to do is click puppet warp, and it'll create a mesh for you over the selected layer. And then you just apply pins where you want the image to be held. So obviously I don't want any of this to move, so we're just going to create basically a 3x3 box here, and then we're going to put 2 pins in my neck again. So I'm going to put the 2 pins right there in my neck, and if I wanted, say I wanted to shift right here over, but I wanted to pull this back over as well. You can adjust anything you really want, and you can give yourself the thunder chin. You can pull, push, and do whatever you want, because that's a big brain move. Know what I'm saying? You guys can have a really lot of fun with this. It's really, really fun to use in photo manipulations, and it's really, really simple as well. You can do so much with it, and even if you have, here, we'll undo that, and we'll go right back here to Puppet Warp. If you have something like a clipped layer between legs or something, you can use this. If I pull here and I want to put my pin depth down or up, you can shift it behind the mesh itself. So you can use the mesh to shift behind the mesh. I'll probably showcase that in another video where I actually use it in a photo manipulation, so you guys can really see how a lot of these videos are going to play into one another, because I've already discussed how to use the camera raw settings. I've discussed retouching, which I've already done to this image, so I've already retouched it. I already did the frequency separation for it as well, and the skin tones. And now we just did color grading as well, and I discussed color grading in another video prior. So if you guys are interested in any of those videos, be sure to check out the rest of the videos on my channel. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please smash that like button. Or if you guys are looking for another sort of tutorial, let me know in the comment section below what tutorial, what tip, trick you are looking to find out, or maybe I'll just make a Photoshop tips and tricks video, and we'll see what that does. Maybe like, what, 10 Photoshop tips and tricks? Maybe that might be next video. You never know, but I hope to see you guys next Saturday, and I hope this video did help you guys learn how to use the Puppet Warp tool.